Greetings everybody, welcome here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're back here with the battle number 21 from the series that we're doing for the month of December, which is Progressive Rock Solo Artist Album Wars. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with what we're doing here, you're coming in at this stage. Basically, Ben has given me 32 bands, which he put in a pot and made up 16 battles for the first round. So one band against, well, actually one solo artist against another solo artist. I listen to the albums and then I choose one to go on. So we've had the first round go by. We are now into the second round here. And this is the beginning of the second half of the second round. And so I get to listen to these and then I decide which one I like. So we have two here. Robert Wyatt, Rock Bottom from 1974, actually both albums from the same year. Rick Wakeman's Journey to the Center of the Earth is the other album. So I've listened to both of these albums now a couple times. I find the Robert Wyatt album definitely sounds like it fits in that kind of Canterbury scene, and I know he personally doesn't like being labeled with that scene. I get it, I understand. It's not quite the same, it's a little bit different. His music is kind of quiet. I guess you might kind of a quietly strange rock music. I've discovered with his music, with both albums that I've listened to him by, one in this series and one in the other series that I did with him before, they kind of grow on you as you listen to them. So it's a pretty good, lots of little quirky noises here and there. His vocals are a little different. I did enjoy this album a little bit more than I did in the first round. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as the next album, which is Rick Wakeman's Journey to the Center of the Earth album. So this one I enjoyed quite a bit more. The first time I was intrigued by the storyline, so I was paying more attention to that than I was to the actual music on the album. This time I paid a little more attention to the music. And of course, like the multiple different types of instruments that, keyboard instruments that Rick Wakeman plays. And he plays them with such absolute skill. This guy is one of the greatest rock keyboardists of all time, arguably between him and Keith Emerson. Those are the two that most people kind of cite as the best two. I don't know if that's actually the truth or not, but I've always enjoyed his stuff. He comes up with some very, and in this particular album, some very good bombastic type keyboard sounds. There's some church organ here that he plays better, I think, than any other rock musician. There's some fantastic church organ here. There's even some, I think there's a little bit of Hammond organ. I'm not a huge Hammond organ fan, but I never have any problem with him playing it. He tends to prefer the Biotron, which wasn't in effect at this point in time, but he does play a little of that, a little bit of Mellotron, actually quite a bit of Mellotron. And I don't recall there being any harpsichord on here, but there might have been. I think the clavinet also plays on here. But all of these things telling this story. So, and then you have this orchestra on one side and a choir on the other side. So it's like this. It's almost like a movie score for, of course, Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth. But the movie was out long before this, so he didn't actually do the score. But this is like a score. But it's so good. The narration is very good. The vocals actually aren't too bad on this either. And I originally was kind of thinking that I wouldn't like this album because it was probably going to be all instrumentation, but it wasn't. There was some vocals on it as well. Anyways, I did enjoy this album quite a bit. I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be the album I choose here to go through. I think the Robert Wyatt album is good. I just don't think it's of the same caliber here. And so, like the yesterday's Adrian Belew, it's the same kind of thing. I think the Peter Hammill album wasn't bad. The other album was just better, and this one's the same thing. Rick Wakeman's album is just better than this one here. So Rick Wakeman will go on to the next round, or the quarterfinals, I guess, and Robert Wyatt will just have to get listened to on some other venue. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Progressive Rock Solo Artist Album Wars. If you did, please hit the like and subscription. That would be much appreciated. You can leave your comments in the comment section below and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more episodes. And we will see you tomorrow with this episode and Friday with the 22nd episode, because it's the 21st. So anyways, take care and have yourself a good evening. Goodbye.